So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. It's a beautiful day here today. We are literally going through our 4 days of summer. I think the weather here has been, in Fahrenheit terms, high 80s, low 90s. But yeah, nothing awful to speak of, especially considering our experience, our origins. But, you know, there's just no humidity to speak of, so it has been quite comfortable. And to be honest with you, I just really am liking it. And I also know that we'll be down into the 70s and the 60s again before long. And before you know it, der Herbst kommt. And der Herbst is, that dude's serious. So, you know, I'm really just enjoying every bit of this that I can. I mean, it's just wonderful. So, loving the weather. I need to check and see how it looks in the UK. Delphine told me that it's winter time now, coming to Perth, down in the Aussie realm, and so I don't even know what winter in Australia is all about. Do you get snow? Ice? I should look that up. I mean, I've never been to Australia, so I really am gonna have to get there. And Shotzi and I are gonna have to buy Delphine a steak dinner, unless she's vegetarian, and we'll get a vegetarian dinner. I mean, whatever. I mean, the whole point is that she's just been nothing but a ray of happiness and sunshine for us, as have so many on the Guardian channel. And just want to say thank you for all of that. It's been such a pleasure. I'm really enjoyed this. And now that it's getting a little bit easier to solve these otherwise dystopian creatures called cryptics, I've enjoyed every bit of it. I really have. And it's getting a little bit easier and getting a little bit more fun, getting me a little bit more laid back, a little bit less staring at it the whole time like this, and a little bit more maybe grinning every now and then. But I really have enjoyed this very much. Today, it's late, obviously, so not going to waste time opening a wine. We're just going to have a Venezia Select, pour some Prosecco, and call it good, right? But let's go ahead and hop on into this and see what we got. This is going to be nice. It's just a beautiful Tuesday, 1st of July. Good Lord. I think Friday we got off from work, something about Independence Day, and I think up in the UK you'll be celebrating Good Riddance Day. And sometimes I think to myself, can we come back? Can we come back? Yeah, so I'm an Anglophile after all. Why wouldn't I want to come back? I love it. Okay, so Hagrid confused over pressure and pH in this solution. That is literally the definition. Hagrid. Yeah. It probably is a Harry Potter character, but it's funny that it's literally the definition of a digraph, which is the EY, like the E. I'm a linguist, so I get really nerdy about this stuff. But sometimes a PH and an EY sound. Anyway, I think it's a digraph. And we're going to start with that, because if you're going to start out, you're going to throw me a slow pitch like that from the very get-go. I'm all about it. When the bowler holds a slow one. Yeah, that's me. Mark moment. Mark moment. Maybe a tick in time, or we tick off something. Leave out captain. Leave out skip, leave out captain, skipper, skip. Man, I feel like I'm red hot today. I feel like I'm just on fire. Come on, let's go sevens, you know? I mean, this is great. I need to go, I don't know, find a dice table. Well, I think we've got a casino on every block here. I've never been to one. I don't know what they do in there. I got to go in, I guess. Sting held up crucifix to make a theatrical entrance. And there went my streak. Okay, not quite sure. Sting. I'm assuming we're talking about the former frontman of the Police. A great trio, by the way. I think I was 11 years old on a plane to Hawaii. I had never heard Every Breath You Take before. By the time I got to Hawaii, I had heard it, I don't know, 876 times, because there was like 5 songs being replayed on the rock channel. And I don't know if those of you are as old as me, you would remember back then you had headphones, but they were like vacuum tubes. You would literally plug in a plastic tube and it would just pipe the music up to your ears. And I was on some sort of, I don't know, Muzak relay piece or something, but nevertheless, I was convinced at that very early age, I think I was 11 years old, and I was convinced, oh, this song's about a stalker. I think this has come clear to me, right? So, romance from a special one, not half. I don't know. I feel like I could just put a more and see what that does for us. Nothing here just yet. Theatrical entrance. Held up crucifix. Sting. Broadcast saw a 22 in the Crucible. Well, we got to get to 22. I mean, I feel like every time I get like a 22 somewhere, I need to start going and figuring out what's going on. Row involving Bond and Q's successor. Okay. Fighter entering a ring in China. Okay. Diver succeeded opening his knife. Okay, well, yeah. Meager royalties ultimately accepted by Prince Harry. Okay, meager royalties. So maybe meager is in the spares versus the heirs, and he's a classic example of a spare versus an heir. So spared but ultimately accepted by Prince Harry. We can try spares. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be helpful. Diver, excel. No, it helps me nothing. Small man from BP. Power, breakfast served up, including cup of tea. Well, a cup of tea could be a brew. So, somewhere to start. 15squared.net is one place to see Arachne's work. Well, I think 15squared.net is a website, so maybe instead of spares, it's sparse. I do find 15 squared helpful when I finish a grid to then go back and use it to study. I think it has helped me a great deal. But to be honest with you, I think LT and Musty have been the biggest help just by walking me through so patiently with every line of where I went wrong or what I did right. And I'll never forget being so excited about the bombles or something that I'd figured it out, right? You know, and it was like, yeah, look at me, Musty should be so proud, you know. And he's like, no, Musty not so proud of Christopher as Christopher thinks because it's the wombles, you know, and I said the wongles or something. I don't know. It's just funny, right? You know, I mean, I love this guy. I love the guy. Gotta be the smartest guy I know. So, small man from BP. Animals make 22 distress. We gotta get to 22. Come on now. I tucked into my bread. Got 5 letters. That could be money. Spooners, bottom, tortures, 3S. Okay, what's 22 across? This is getting ridiculous. Take it easy in nature study. Take it easy. Shakespearean actor finishes in plays with Laurence Olivier. Former husband more generous claims old wife. Former husband more generous claims old wife. More generous. Claims old wife. Endowed, generous, I mean, widower, perhaps. Not quite sure how I get to that. No idea there. Take it easy in nature study. Playing later in court number 1. Issue returning for predator. Article reduced in M&S for little kids. By the way, I love the M&S in London, the big one. Or I guess the one I went to. Oh, I mean, I really liked, I should say, the big Neiman's like department store, Mr. Selfridge. I like the show, and I like Selfridges. Any place that I could find Omega watches, Burberry luggage, and Ray-Ban eyewear, I'm going to be tickled pink. I mean, and a beautiful selection of Mont Blanc pens. So I'm quite happy there. Ray cut short 50% of I Say a Little Prayer. Okay, so, well, I'm going to go ahead and put money in for I tucked into my bread. Animals make 22 distressed. So, don't know quite yet what that is. Playing later in court. Issue returning for predator. Conclusions from Sherlock Holmes surrounding unfortunate murders. Okay. Brownie is one advanced artist. Are we talking the Kodak brand brownie? It was one of my first cameras. Go with a camera. Makes sense right now. Supermodel in endless pain after knockabout. Introduction to Leo Sayer CD remixed in a divine manner. Malt whiskey for son in class. Okay. Well, soap to turn off bloke. Oh, so if we go with a detergent, we could deter the gent. That lines up. And malt whiskey for son in class. This could literally be the wart. Supermodel. But a supermodel. Supermodel, 2 words. Could be a paragon, and that does work here. So please work with the rest of it. Introduction to Leo Sayer CD remixed in a divine manner. So I was thinking divinely a while ago, but now I'm thinking maybe sacredly. Spooner's Bottom tortures 3 threes. Coming back over here, broadcast saw a 22 in the Crucible, and this looks like a spider. Do we have any help here? Not really, but now all of a sudden it's looking like a trap door to me, and if it's a trap door, that would make a pretty theatrical entrance. Sting is a trap, theatrical entrance through a door, entrance door, so I guess that works on that level. Okay, row involving Bond and Q's successor. You could say this is a tier, and it would be a Bond is a tie, perhaps, and Q, it's elemental PQ. R, S, so a tie, and R, so a tier. It kind of all comes together. Fighter entering a ring in China. Is this an Amigo? Maybe. Because this could be a diver. If I'm thinking diver, I could be thinking Jacques Cousteau. And that fantastic Doxa diving watch that he wore. I don't have one. I'm mostly an Omega guy. I do have a Panerai in my collection, but I'll tell you. By the way, I got a really cool Polshot. Got a really cool Russian fighter pilot's watch too at a friggin' flea market for like, I don't know, 30 euros. It needed a lot of work, but I refinished the whole sucker. It's gorgeous. I mean, stripped it down, replaced the mainspring, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that's beautiful. So I'm gonna go with Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau. I think I spelled that right. Animals make 22 distressed. Are these meerkats? I always remember they're always looking both ways. That's my meerkat impersonation. So small man from BP, black pawn. Okay, makes sense. Okay, got it. Moving. Tracking. Love it. 3 is natural at cooking. We have ourselves a tarantula. Actually, one scary looking spider, but I learned when I was a kid to pick them up. My dad showed me. Just reach down and get them between the legs and just pick them up. But when you turn them over and you see those big old fangs, those big straws on the other side, yeah, that's no bueno. No bueno. You know. Hairy critters, I don't know. Ray cut short. Okay, we got to get up and get something up here solved. Spooner's bottom, tortures 3. Okay, tortures 3. So I'm thinking redbacks for spiders, and then tortures, maybe flogs, etc. Conclusions from Sherlock Holmes surrounding unfortunate murders. I'm just going to assume we're going for kills here. I don't know. I mean, honestly, issue returning for predator. Predator could be a wolf. I mean, now I'm just hoping to find something. Okay, playing later in court number 1. Waterloo. Oh, okay. Take it easy. Okay, this is what I think I said earlier. I was thinking that could be a rest here. Shakespearean actor finishes in place with a Laurence Olivier. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Ray cut short 50% of I Say a Little Prayer. I Say a Little Prayer. Article reduced in M&S for little kids. The prayer here's got me thinking a mantis, and I'm not sure why. I'm trying my best to make that work. I don't think article reduced in M&S for little kids is going to be maths. I guess it could be mites. Makes sense, but I don't have a clue what Shakespearean actor finishes and plays with Laurence Olivier, and I'm not going to know that. I don't even know where to begin to guess that. So let's go ahead and just check all and see what we got. I wish I could keep this thing steady. I wish there was a way to lock that page in place. Okay, I've hit the check button. How do we do, Bob? 3 times and nothing. So I feel like I didn't understand. I kind of get I get mites. I get Waterloo. That's quite funny. I get the redbacks. I get a lot of it here. Mantis was a feeling. Detergent, I totally was all over. Paragon, yeah, I got that. I was thinking divinely just because I was just looking for here. I was looking for something divine. And then I was like, no, we can't put that because divinely would be the same as divine, and you know, whatever. I thought that was fantastic. We got a brownie in here for the camera. In fact, I mean, I used to have it up on display, but somebody needed it for something, and so I gave it away. But it's not like you can't go to any flea market and get another one for next to nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and see what I did wrong here. Let's reveal the word. Sure. Share? Share? I don't know. I got some studying to do. I might go to 15 squared for that one. But on the whole, that's a really beautiful grid. Fantastic. Well done, Brockwell. Let's bring it on down. So again, I just want to say thank you to everyone for sharing and for liking and subscribing. This Yank really appreciates that, and I've been enjoying, like you would not believe, the just camaraderie, right? You know, the back and forth with everybody, and just enjoying, like you would not believe, the amazing quality of the culture of this community. So thanks each and every one of you. It means the world to me. Until we see you tomorrow for the Wednesday grid. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Being that it's 6:15. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Abend noch. Be well out there. Try to be nice to strangers if you can help it. Let's make the world a better place if we can. And we'll see you on tomorrow. Be well out there. Cheers.